Hello and welcome to My Hero Academia, Boku no Hero Academia Season 3, new opening reaction. So I just watched the latest episode of My Hero Academia. I noticed there was a new opening, so I wanted to share my reaction with you guys. Now, with that being said, I'll jump right into the opening. I'll play that, then we'll discuss it. Let's go. New opening? Uh, okay. It's a lot different than the last one. Oh, damn. That looks pretty dang cool. Oh, that was such a cute sign. Pushing Deku forward as he's out. Who are these guys? Are they professors or heroes from other classes? Are they actually going to work as heroes in training now? Damn! I'm excited. And Yorka is here. I want to see Yorka in action. Damn, what a cool opening. Okay, so that was a new opening. I have to say, before I start discussing it, that I watched the entire episode after it. So I just went to rewatch it after it, so I remind myself of what happened and the music and everything. Because, I really get invested into the episode and it was a really good episode, so I had to remind myself of what happened in the opening. Now that I did, I have to correct myself on something I said at the end of that video. If you watched the episode first, I said that I like the new opening in terms of the images, the imagery of the opening, the whole video aspect of it. The music, I wasn't so much sold on. Just because I love the last opening so much that I watched it in over 90% of my episodes, and if you are a viewer of my uncut reactions, you know that most of the time, like almost always, I skip the openings of all of the shows, everything. But on My Hero Academia, on the first opening of season 3, I left it almost every time because I absolutely loved it. Now, I said that I'm not that sold on the music, but now that listening it the second time, I have to say it's good. It's actually really enjoyable. The only thing that I think why I wasn't so sold on the first time and why I still think the first opening was better because this opening is much more monotone, kinda. Um, I'm not sure if that's even an English word. If you just didn't understand what I wanted to say now, basically what I wanted to say is that it's kinda all the time at the same level, at the same pace, right? While the first opening had like some sort of hook, some sort of like hype moments when it would go up, like the dreaming part. It would stop and then it would go dreaming, do 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 do, and then again up, you know. And then it would get faster, it would get a bit slower. It had changes of pace throughout the opening. While in this one, I felt like from the beginning to the end, I was always at the same level, right? Of the opening, the music. I was not going up and down as we went through it, but it was all like a smooth sailing, a smooth ride, which is not necessarily bad. It reminded me actually a lot to the first Digimon opening, which I have a lot of fun memories towards. And I feel like it also has like, good sing along song to it. Um, it's just after the first opening, it didn't hook me as much immediately. I still think it's an enjoyable opening, just to tune in and kind of relax and just listen to it, bop your head to the beat. And I think in that regards, it's completely fine. I like it. I feel like I'll also look at it or watch it a few more times for sure when I watch the episodes. Um, in the visual aspect, though, I get really interested because first we saw Deku with his rabbit ears. Um, I I can't call it helmet, but I guess that part of his suit, a hood, rabbit ears hood. That's what I'll call it. And I was really worried for a second that Deku is going to get that as a part of his costume again. And then I noticed only the second time I watched it that it kind of blew off and it was in the back, like like a regular hood. When you take it off, it's in the back of your outfit. And I feel like that's the exact same suit that Deku is wearing now. I feel like he still has that bunny outfit, bunny hood, I guess, but he's not using it. He's not putting it on at all. So I wonder if he'll put it on where he fights villains, or if that's like, just if that's just there, he just didn't remove it from his suit. But maybe when he gets the next suit, he will remove it because it looks like he's not liking it too much. He's not using it. So that's pretty interesting to me. I'm definitely sure that that's so the suit from the opening with the white arms and everything. That's the same suit that we got now in the episode, and I think that that's not his latest suit. I feel like by the end of this season, I hope even sooner, his suit will change. I hope that in the next few episodes, I feel like this is just a prototype to see how it works out for him. And then if it works, they will make it all full compact, tidy it up a bit, and then make it, really, really interesting to use. Besides that, I really the moment I loved the most in the opening was, I think it was all the way in the beginning of it, when we saw the heroes from the class, and then we saw Deku. They were all charging forward. Deku was just standing in place, just looking at them. Marching towards the future. You can even say. It was kind of poetic. And then there was the arm of All Might pushing him forward. Making him go to the future himself. And I really loved it. I thought it was really emotional, and it had two meanings. First, for me at least, it had two meanings. First was, the All Might's "I'm done" moment. Now it's your time to shine, your time to go into the world, then become a hero, become that beacon of light, become the number one hero that you really want to. And then the second one was just All Might being almost a dad to Deku, and pushing his beloved student, um, pushing him forward, leading him to the journey of that number one hero, being there for him, and when he needs that certain push, when he doubts himself, All Might is there to say, yes, you can do it, and I'll be here for you, watching you do it. And I thought that was just beautiful. The rest of it, there were quite a few new characters. I wonder if they're from the UA Academy, like the other classes, or will we see them in the test area for the provisional license. I don't know how that test will work. Will the test be individual, or will it like be, oh, we gathered like 100 students, and then you'll kind of compete against each other. Only half of you will, you know, go through. So even though that would make no sense, because I feel like you can have better or worse generations. And then in some generations, maybe not even 20 people out of 100 deserve, or not necessarily deserve, but they're not ready to go into the world with their provisional license. They're just not ready for it. They can get killed, that would be too reckless to do it. But then in the other generation, you can have like 80 of those 100 kids that are actually ready to do it, but only like 50 of them actually get the opportunity because of how the exam was put. So I feel like this has to be like some sort of individual thing. But maybe they'll meet those new heroes there, maybe they will go for their license as well, and they will learn them or earn them at the same time. Or maybe they will meet them in the field, because if they will start working like some sort of field work, it reminds me a bit of Naruto, when I imagine what could they do as the provision as heroes in training with provisional license. It's like from Naruto, when they were just starting working in squads, and then they were like rescuing missing cats, doing delivery work, stuff like that. Nothing that would put them in any danger, because they're still rookies, but also feeling, uh, learning how to work, and feeling useful to the city, to the village, to the society in general. So that's pretty much all from the opening. I can't really speculate too much on the new people because we still haven't met them. I liked it in general. I love the first one more because just the first one had a lot of heaviness in it from the scenes that were in it. The whole confrontation of one for all versus all for one. That was impossible to top now in with the second one. So it's understandable that the first one would be the favorite. But I feel like the second one is also pretty good, and I can't wait to see more of My Hero Academia in the future. My question for you guys is, how do you like the new opening? How did you like the visuals? How did you like the music? Is there anything in particular you really loved, or anything in particular you really didn't like? Let me know down in the comments below. With that being said, that will be it from me for this one. If you like my reaction, like what I had to say, make sure to leave me a like. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you're new, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe as well. New episodes of My Hero Academia are coming every Sunday. As always, if this week's episode didn't come out already, it will come out later today, I imagine, if this comes out on Sunday, and it should be out on Sunday. I wish you have an awesome rest of the day, and I'll be seeing you next time with more reactions. Until then, though, bye bye, guys.